For the best mobile home investing advice, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell, and be notified when we drop new videos every single week.
But I hope that helped a little bit.
Absolutely. Definitely. Are there any types of mobile homes that you would tell people to stay away from?
Definitely. I think that can be broken down into like the home can be great, but the park can suck, and we don't want to be there because the park's a deal breaker, or the area may be a deal breaker. Not as much, but the area may be a deal breaker. But as far as just the home goes, not even including like the underlying debt or anything like that, like the home itself, if it was like functionally obsolete, if it was in an area where there was a mass exodus and people were leaving, if it needed just chronic problems, like there was just mold in one or two spots is manageable, but just throughout the home, I mean, that's a chronic issue. Like we want to, in the beginning especially, I remember in the beginning of my career thinking like, if I can make $500, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to do every single deal I can to get experience, to help people, and to make $500. And so what I realized is no, like our time is so much more valuable. So we want to follow the path of least resistance, get clarity on your marketplace, make a plethora of offers, and then move forward just one at a time, just strategically one at a time. So so that home that like might be a pass, like maybe it's a pass because you have a better opportunity. Maybe it's not a pass because it is the best opportunity at the time. And if the numbers make sense, so be it. But as far as the home goes, try to stay away from something below 600 square feet. Try to stay away from a senior park when you're just beginning. Try to stay away from anything too destroyed, or a one-bedroom home because they sell the least and there's fewer people that want one bedrooms. So that's kind of a quick sort of
That's a
what you
good
should look
starter
for.
guide. That's definitely a good starter guide. Somebody just now getting into it. So for this whole interview is for someone that's just getting started. Would you say do you foresee any barriers of entry that may come in their way, or anything that may cause the market to change for mobile homes in the near future?
So there's two things that sort of have changed that, but I'll say that one is changing a little bit more rapidly than the other. So this year, 2018, there was a more than, I think the past 5 or 6 years or so, there's been a higher number of new manufactured homes sold by mobile home builders, by manufactured home builders. So there's a huge uptick in new manufactured homes. Now, the main buyer of those homes are parks. So parks in metropolitan areas, here's one thing I've noticed. Parks in metropolitan areas, actually, if we can go backwards just one step, a lot of the mom and pop owners that started these parks 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, a lot of them are getting older and selling. And they'll be selling for the next 10, 20 years, but they're like selling, and there's more established like professional mobile home park owners coming into the business that they don't just own one park, they own a bunch. So these new manufactured homes that are being bought, they're being brought to these metropolitan areas in these parks, and these homes are being sold new. So they're taking out junky homes, older homes from the 70s and 80s, and they're replacing them with brand new homes. So that's the first sort of change. That's really neither here nor there, because those older homes, we can buy those and move them someplace else. There's plenty of home parks still in more rural areas or outside of cities. So yes, that's a change where like some park owners are more aggressively trying to fill their park and bring homes in and sell them. However, I just did a podcast, which is coming out, or which will be coming out soon, but it was with a mobile home park owner. I don't do any with mobile home park owners, but I was doing one with this gentleman who's pretty big into the space. And he was saying, John, there's the people that are buying parks, most of them don't want to own the homes. They want to work with people like us. They're taught to work with people like us. And they really do. They say, John, what you're doing, because I asked them, like, where's the pain point in your business of owning parks? It's like, John, not having you and not having people like you to help fix homes, bring them in, be our go-to person, just keep paying me lot rent. That's all I want. So it's, I mean, some things are changing, but the park owners still want to work with us. Parks aren't going anywhere. There's not really that many parks being created. But no, there's still their demand. There are more buyers, I will say. If like in those metropolitan and coastal areas, because home prices are, back up to where they were 2007 or even higher, there are more that does raise the price of manufactured homes in a certain given area. So prices of mobile homes may be going up as well. We can't be ignorant of that. It doesn't mean we're not going to do business. We're just going to pay a little bit more going in, we'll pay more going out, or we'll just expand our business and go more into more rural areas. So long story short, not really. Like, the business is changing a little bit and certain things are happening, but no, there's still that demand. Financing sucks. And if it changes, which there is some sort of the duty to serve, there is a little bit more sort of legislation going towards, hey, we need to help like under funded, we need to help lower income people. And by making more loans, what they want to do is they want to make more manufactured homes available on the secondary market, so that like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac can start doing more. And so if that happens, it would still be, it's not like they're still going to finance 70 homes from the 70s or 80s. So there's still going to be those old ones. There's still going to be people to help. There's 40,000 plus parks around the country. So I'm trying to be really sort of like, I want to give you my thoughts and, really sort of tell you what's changing. But then ultimately, no, like it's not, there's still the demand. Sellers still need to sell. They still get into a bunch of situations. They can't pay their bills. They're being evicted, or they need to leave for a variety of other reasons. And so no, I'm not sure. Now, if you ask me this question in a year from now or 2 years, I don't know what my answer would be. But for right now, no, things are morphing a little bit, but it's still very good. I mean, it's
Perfect.
still healthy.
And then to wrap up our interview, the question that we get from a lot of newbie investors is like, how do I get started without any money? You mentioned how you were able to kind of work creatively. You didn't have money when you started out, but what's some tips that you can provide some newbie investors that are really low on cash?
Keep saving your money. That would be my first thing I would say. And in the meantime, you're right. You can go through the motions of putting in offers, talking to sellers, reaching out to people, learning things for free online. And you could wholesale something. You could get something under contract without any money, and you could give it and wholesale it to someone else and make a small fee. That's very common if people don't have a lot of money to get started. But if people really don't have a lot of money to get started, this is the same advice I would give anybody. Like, John, I want to get started. Like, please teach me. Like, saving up, you don't need a lot of money in this business, but $3,000 or more just for inevitable things such as marketing, or which shouldn't be that much money at all, like a tenth of that. But gas money, or just keeping things afloat, or you're not going to sell your home maybe in the first 30 days. It takes you 60 days to sell, or there's another month of lot rent that comes due. And 3,000, I mean, we're talking, so like real estate is this huge, it's this big thing that most people, it's this kind of monster to people. So even that we're talking, you can get into it with $3,000. That's crazy talk. I mean, for most people, obviously it's not because we're dealing with mobile homes, but I would really say, if you don't have any money, keep saving it, learn a lot of stuff, ask questions. And I say learn stuff like research stuff online, but keep saving your money. You can do a lot of stuff for free. Don't get into debt with credit cards or things like that. I think that's a slippery slope. And this is a conveyor belt business. Mobile homes or single family homes, like, I didn't get started until 2002. Well, think of all the deals I lost before, when I was born to 2002. And it's like, if I waited 2 more years, I would have lost those, but there's always more deals coming. There's going to be more people that need help, that get into trouble. So if you don't get started until 4 months down the road, so be it. So I guess nothing, I wish I could give like a magic bullet of like, hey, go here, see this guy, he'll hook you up. But save your money would be my best advice.
No, that's good advice. That's good advice. You don't want to get anyone into a bad situation and then they're trapped out. So at least have a little bit of cushion. That's always really good. So thank you so much, John. We really, really appreciate you taking the time with us today. That was a lot of great gems and insight on mobile home investing and what you've been able to do with it. We really, really appreciate it, right, Jay?
Yeah, thank you so much. It was an honor to have you. I hope this helps any of you all out there that are, just starting out. John was amazing. This was awesome. I learned a lot.
Yeah, I did too. I did too. So thank you. I'm sure we'll be talking to you very, very soon. So you can register for our free web class at the link below this video. And if you want to join a community of investors just like you, we have started a Facebook community where we share our latest tips and tricks and advice on mobile home investing to help you navigate this sometimes tricky space.
So if this video was helpful, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit that bell button so you can be notified when we post videos every single week.
See you later.